And look, you were involved in a lot of these in the 90s, and you basically called the Republicans terrorists.
I can disagree with you about the history there, but we don't need a history lesson right now.
George,
let's talk about
George.
Welcome back, everybody. Dronetek here. I know I promised you all that I'd be in a bunker when I came back from my vacation, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to do that because the audio wasn't working out. Mainly, I just need a really long USB cord to go from my main system here into the new room because the laptop that I was using, for whatever reason, just isn't working. If you'd like to support this channel and help me get that cable, you can do so in one of the links in the description or pinned comment. Thanks a lot. Now on to this highly entertaining video of Scott Bessent absolutely destroying Democrat operative pretending to be journalist George Stephanopoulos. Now this clip is from a few days ago before the Democrats caved on the government shutdown, but it just goes to show how you can never trust any of these Democrat media stooges.
Yeah, no shit.
President continues to post about ending the filibuster. Is that the best way to end the shutdown right now? Is that what the administration's position is?
No, George, the best way to do it, and look, you were involved in a lot of these in the 90s, and you basically called the Republicans terrorists, and you said that it is not the responsible party that keeps the government closed. And so what we need is 5 brave, moderate Democratic senators to cross the aisle, because right now it is 52 to 3. 52 to 3. 5 Democrats can cross the aisle and reopen the government. That's the best way to do it, George.
I can disagree with you about the history there, but we don't need a history lesson right now.
George, let's talk about
what's happening right now.
If you want, I've got all your quotes here. I've got all your quotes here, George.
I'm sure you do. But let's talk about the situation right now.
Read your book, so you got one purchase on Amazon this week, and that's very much what you said.
It's a mischaracterization of history, but I do want to talk about right now is the best way to end the shutdown right now, to end the filibuster.
The best way is for 5 Democratic senators to come across the aisle.
Oh man, Scott Bessent is an absolute serial slayer of these Democrat media liars. First of all, no, we should not get rid of the filibuster. It'll come back to bite us the moment Democrats get power again. Second, he says he's being mischaracterized. Quick show of hands out there in the form of hitting that like button. How many of you out there actually think that his words aren't being mischaracterized? Everyone! Now, I couldn't find a video clip of this because it goes all the way back to 1995 when Stephanopoulos was actually still working with the Clinton administration, but I do have the transcript from that interview, and as you can clearly see here, he calls Republicans terrorists for not doing what the Democrats wanted them to do to end the shutdown.
I can disagree with you about the history there. It's a mischaracterization of history.
Not only was he not mischaracterized, but it's actually been very common for the Democrats and their media mouthpieces to characterize the Republicans as terrorists and hostage takers during past government shutdowns.
One faction in one house of Congress is ready to bring the entire federal government to a halt.
This is a shutdown brought on by the Republican Party.
It is just incredible to me to watch these Republicans putting on their suicide vests.
What we're seeing happen in America right now, I think, is economic terrorism.
They've been called the Suicide Caucus. It's been called a political hostage-taking. Yes. It's been called political extortion.
The Republicans are saying, give in to us because we would rather shut down the government than extend health care to 11 million people.
Laura Ingraham and Ann Coulter started challenging the president's manhood, and the House Republicans started stamping their feet, and the president decided, no, I'm going to scream and yell and shut down the government.
No one knows what the president is willing to sign, where he is willing to compromise, if at all.
The Democrats are defending a principle here that you don't negotiate with terrorists when they're holding hostages, and the president is holding the government hostage.
They are out to prove that they, the Democrats, are the responsible party of government and can bring order to the chaos of Trump's Washington.
35 days. 35 days of federal workers rationing asthma medicine for their kids, sleeping in cars. This man single-handedly shut down the government.
Does all this sound at all familiar to you?
What's crazy about all of this is that it proves that the Democrats were the cause of this shutdown from the very beginning. They just wanted it for their election. And then after that, they no longer cared. But as usual, the media runs cover for them, blames their political opponents, and we move on like nothing ever happened. All right, folks, what do you all think? Let me know in the comments. And if you made it this far, you might as well hit that like button and subscribe. I do post on a regular basis, so make sure to keep checking back for more. Thanks a lot.